was Saturday. Might have been Saturday. Anyway, it was a live, vertical live. And I was showing you how I just got a little clip, which I was going to be putting into my it's got an itch, my most recent video, which was fine. Just a little update on it, which was, I'll flip the camera, you can see. This is the same video that I'm still working on. Now, this video is only 4 minutes long. But the problem I had was I did a Filmora update and it wiped out the last 3 weeks worth of project files. Now, luckily, this is something that you have to be aware of. I had done a sort of like a test download, the rushes, to see if there was anything that was worth having, and see if I'd got it right. So I'd done a sort of a midway download, which was fine. And luckily I'd done that, because when the update crashed, I mean, it didn't crash the computer, it just literally, it came back. When Filmora started again, it came up at something that it was the last project it had in its memory was something I'd done 3 weeks ago, and I'd done several since then. And the one I was currently on was not there. And when I looked, I could not find it anywhere, and it did no longer exist. But because it's all on cloud, it wasn't on the hard drive, it wasn't on the cloud or anything. It just did not exist. So I've had to restart. But luckily, because I went and had a look through the Wondershare files, I found where they stored all the bits. So all my voiceovers and all my, well, like this thing here, let me show you. So all my bits like that thing, without the titles, but the raw footage of that was actually stored in a folder, and I think it's called recordings. So just to point you in the right direction, if you have this problem, you can rebuild it. But I was within an hour. Yeah, it was Monday I actually had the problem. I was within an hour of finishing the video, I thought, in my head, when it crashed. So because I started it up just to finish off what I'd done the day before, and there it was, gone, as they say. That's an oxymoron, isn't it? But there it was, gone. I had no longer had what I'd spent the majority of the week working on, one way or another, collating, researching, making it work. In fact, I spent longer than that on it, but it adds up to a lot of hours. And it all gone, as far as I was concerned, totally. Then, having found the bits, and the fact that I'd done the what I called the rushes, meant that it wasn't so bad putting it back together, but otherwise it would have been a start from zero. So, a little word of warning for you: if you do have this problem, well, don't put yourself in that situation. If you're going to do an update on Filmora, don't, when you've opened the project that says you're going to do an update, say no. Shut the thing down, open it up again, open it up blank, and that. And possibly, when it says, do you want to do an update, it might be worth saying no and saving, as in exported your file that you've currently got, no matter what state it's in, because the fact is, if you're going to do the update, you're going to carry on with it. And if everything's fine, and I've been using this for 18 months, 2 years, never had a problem before, and I've had up to 2 or 3 updates a time, and a week. Sometimes you literally shut it down, you do an update in the morning, and then if you start again later on that day, it'll come up and ask you for another update, which doesn't say much for it, really. I'm not surprised it crashed out, but you don't want it to do it, and you don't want it to lose your stuff. So take my hit for yourself. Learn by my experience, and save what you've got to a to a file, and then make sure that when you do the update on Filmora, you don't actually have anything open like a current timeline. Just let it do its update and get on with it. And that's, for me, it's a lesson learned. In fact, I might even make a video of it. You never know. Anyway, that's it. I just thought it might be of some use to somebody. And yeah, hello there. I shall now finish.